Right
Rolling.
here. Grab this and do this. All right. So we're gonna try to explain how to pack a rocket for you. So Sean right here is grabbing a motor. Right now we already have our egg in here. So our egg has a ribbon around it. The foam's been taped. So you have tape around there. Then you have a piece of foam in there, and that's our spacing between the top of this transition and the bottom of this egg thing. So you make sure your ribbon's around the back so that you can pull out your egg when you're finished with the day. We just pulled it out to show you guys. So you're going to shove that back in.
Talk about what?
Yeah. Shove this back in. So that's going to sit in there like that. We got our new motor. You're going to take that rubber band off the motor.
E37Ts.
E37Ts. Non-reusable. Non-reloadable. You can't reuse any rocket engines. Anyways, we're going to slide that in there. Make sure the yellow end is pointing up. Seated nice on there. Grab your little cap here. And you're going to screw this on tight. And where's that igniter? I don't even remember what it is. Starts with an I. Funny red thing with the black end. We're going to keep that separate until we want to put it in and we're ready for launch. So keep that safe. Keep it sacred. Sean's going to hold on to that one. All right. Now we're going to get this dog barf. Wonderful. Looks like dog barf. Great at protecting against flame. And we're going to get about half a cup. Last time we did a cup and it didn't shoot the parachute out, so we're going to get about half a cup of this stuff. Make sure it's all mixed up.
Yeah, I liked it.
It's not too dense.
Yeah, that was
sure it's nice and fluffy.
That was interesting. I might try a few of those.
It's about 3/4 of a cup. Probably good enough. We're gonna go and we're gonna pour this in there.
I keep saying I never had this problem.
I'm gonna take a little bit out. Do about half a cup.
What's that? No.
Yeah.
We're gonna drop that in there. So that's in there. You don't want to put too much, otherwise it won't fire correctly. And then we're gonna grab our chutes. So, Sean, you gonna fold the chute?
No, Tom wants knows how to. Here, I'll take the camera.
All right, here. So Moss will demonstrate chute folding.
So here's what you want to do. So first let me unfold the chute for you. First you fold the chute in half, and then fold the chute in half again. Then what you want to do is fold one of these sides over so that all the strings are kind of close together. Now what you want to take is flip it over, pinch it up and around, and then fold it in half. Then what you want to do is bring it up and then bring it back so that this tip is touching the edge. And then what you want to do is fold it in half, if I remember correctly.
Yep. Yeah.
And then we use the rubber band.
Oh, yeah. You can use a rubber band to hold it if if you're not about to pack it. So that's what you do if you want to keep it stable. But when you're packing it, you want to make sure you pull that off, because if that's on there when we launch, we're going to have problems, right? So we're going to put this in the rocket. We're going to make sure that this parachute is trying to fold out and it applies tension on the outside of the rocket, so that when the charge goes off, it's going to try to push out, and it's going to force the gases to push into the bottom of this and push this out of the rocket. Also make sure that your strand lines here, they are underneath this. If you put them all inside, it's going to get jammed and it won't be able to come out. Anyways, we're going to stuff these in there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Slowly and surely.
Wobble. It's park.
Also make sure these lines are available. We're going to pack that in there. Make sure there's a nice seal all around. Push that down. don't push it down too far, just push it down enough where you can fit the other parachute in. We have 2 parachutes this year. If you only have one, you're just gonna burrito the thing, and we'll make a demo on that too. Anyways,
Okay, and on
for this parachute, how we're gonna fold this is an X form. So these 4 fold lines are pretty nice. They just fold. You make sure that you take the one crease that goes all the way along the top. You fold that first. Then the other crease should just go like that. You end up with this little house-shaped pentagon. Take your shroud lines. You push them up here, and you feed them as far as you can in. This reefer might get in the way a little bit, but that's fine. You're gonna fold that over. You're gonna fold it over again. Try to keep your shroud lines inside. And now you have your folded parachute. So now we're going to take this. We're going to just make sure it's nice and tilted this way. Shove that down. Just fold it a little bit. Shove it. Make sure everything's in there. Then we're going to just twist that right on in until it's just there. We're going to leave it. And for the top, we got our peanut right here. So your big thing, don't launch unless the peanut's beeping. If the peanut doesn't beep, then that means you're not going to get launch data. That either means your battery's dead or something else going wrong. So peanuts don't like sunlight, so I'm going to try to hide it from the sunlight. We're going to take this little clip off, those 2, then we're going to put it on. Don't lose that. It's expensive. Grab that, put it on those 2 pins, push it on. Hear that loud beep? 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 848 height for the flight. Now they're going to give us the velocity. That was 414, so that was the maximum velocity we got, feet per second, I believe. So we're going to shove this baby in there, this end up, peanut, this end up. So we're going to push this to the top of the nose cone. There should be a little piece of foam on the top of the nose cone, and there is. And then you're going to get a little piece of tape. Just going to rip it. And this will just make sure the peanut stays in the top. Make sure you don't cover those holes on the side. Those are important. That gives the peanut the ability to detect its altitude. And you're going to tape over the top. Make sure that stays in there. Then you hear it beeping. That's important. If it's not beeping, that means it's not on. Alright, so then we're going to shove this puppy in there. Bam. Now let's grab some of that nice shiny red tape. There it is. Looks like this. We're going to... It takes a little while to find that edge. There it is. Find that edge. Peel it off. And then work, you bring that over here. So, here, this way. We want to make sure that's pressed in, right? And good tension. Make sure you got a good surface all the way across. And we're going to do 2 wraps of this thinner tape. We had some thicker tape last time, but with this thinner tape we want to do 2 wraps to make sure we got a good tension. And this is just to keep the nose cone on because we don't want the nose cone popping off when we eject. And then we're going to grab the scissors. Alright, snip snip. There we go. Make sure that's all nice and tight. And then
Got the igniter.
we're going to take this, get the igniter. We're going to unfold this. And that black end of the igniter is going to go in to that little hole in the rocket. If it's too hard to push in, don't push it in. Sometimes there's a little resistance, and if you twist a little and it breaks, you're good. If it doesn't break, if you have to push really hard, you might have a problem. You should end up with your igniter just barely sticking out, sort of that little 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch little gap. You're going to fold that just a little bit so you can tape it. I'm going to grab that piece of tape, put it on there, and wrap it around so that the igniter stays nice and tight in there.
And don't worry, the engine will burn through the tape.
And then that's looking good. These will go and attach to the leads. And that, as long as this is tight, is a fully assembled rocket.
Please remember to like and subscribe.
If he's 6, we're gonna ask you to step back.